We good? Okay, hello Anna. Happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday. And welcome to your rundown on the first day of school. As you can see, I've changed out of my first day of school outfit, but I assure you I did look very, very cute. So hopefully this video won't run too long. If it does, I'll edit it, but who knows. I'll probably edit it. I think I am. But, and if I don't, then you're probably watching this like, gosh, Amanda, didn't edit it. Yeah. Anyway, so, first day of school. To start out the day, I walked down to Albertsons and met with Emil and got Starbucks, and then Emily picked us up and we went to school. So it was just like a nice first day of school thing, just to get started. One thing I forgot when I went to the Wildcat Days, I forgot to get my locker. And I was going to talk to them about it today, but the counselors aren't letting people in for the first couple of days. Because it's all just going to be like, my schedule, which is annoying because I wanted my locker because I already got a textbook and I don't have a locker, so now it's just at home. Yeah, okay. Actual classes. So I got my schedule, nice and blue. Starting up, this is an 8A. I had Government 1 with Mr. Fritz, I think. He seemed nice. He, was an explorer guy. He had a bunch of pictures all around his room. Nothing significant. He was just, a nice guy, and it seemed interesting, and it seems like the class will be fun. He wrote, us a letter that he gives out every year, and he read it aloud in basically our assignment that day was, write him a letter about ourselves and what we do outside class and our quirks, so that was fun. Nothing too interesting in that class. And then I had to film lit, which was cool. So this is Mr. Duncan, or DJ, I believe he went by, and he recognized you and Anthony. You because of journalism stuff, Anthony because of, I think, just the film class, so he recognized that. The class was cool. I actually ended up in that class with Janae, which was a little weird because we hadn't talked, so that was a little weird, but we sat together. It was cool. And I guess that class really reminded me how much I don't know, which was good, and I'm really excited for that class because I know a lot about production of film and editing and things like that. That's what I know and what I've read about and what I've looked at a lot. But I don't pay as much attention as I should to things like directors and actual films that are famous throughout time and history of film, and that's what this class is. So I'm definitely really excited. It was really a wake-up call when he passed out a sheet. The first half was just favorite movies, which I always find it really hard to say, not even because I have too many favorites, it's I don't have enough, because I watch a lot of movies I like, but I don't like that much, but I watch a lot of short films I love. I fall in love with short films. Maybe that's because they're more personal to me, but yeah. And then on the back, it had editing questions, and I knew those, except for one of them, which was cross-cutting. Please, bird. Cross-cutting, which is when you flip between things to different things happening at the same time. So I learned that. And then the rest of it was matching directors with accomplishments, and I didn't know anything at all. I knew Wes Anderson and not even. Yeah, that was it. I recognized some names. I was that's that. So I definitely have a lot to learn in this class, so that'll be really cool. Yeah. I don't think anything else interesting happened. Our next assignment is next class. We're gonna watch a movie. Don't remember what film, but one of them. And it'll be really cool. I'm excited. It'll be a challenging class that's really interesting. It'll be I'm excited to learn. I'm so excited for this class. If you haven't told. Okay. Then next, I had Algebra 2, which I walk in and I sit down in the back next to this guy I kind of knew. I knew his name. And I look up at the board, and it had a seating chart. I was like, oh, okay, bye. So I had to get up and go find my seat. At my table was someone I knew, this guy who was Swedish and was really tall. really tall. He was like 6 foot, couple inches, like more than 6'3", I would guess. Like he was so tall. Yeah, that was cool. And then in the class, I'm not sure about this teacher. Like, all my teachers so far I've, like, really liked. The Mr. Fritz, I was like, oh yes, he seems like a really nice guy, so I know that class will be exciting. DJ, Mr. Duncan, Tim, he seems like he's gonna be really cool. He's, like, passionate, he seems nice, I'm excited for that. But, like, this guy, new to Westview, he told us he was never interested in math, and that he only recently started caring about it. Like, he told us that he used to be an actor, but once he had kids, he just went into math. So I don't know if that's going to be like, if he's actually interested, or if he just had to switch. He's a bartender on one night of the week. Very cool. Bird is chirping. I definitely just got like a vibe of kind of he's going to be a hard to please teacher. Like, he seems like he's one of those teachers that he's a nice guy. Like, you see him and you're like, oh, he's a nice guy, but you can really tell in his teaching he's gonna be like he kept on saying lecture, which you just don't hear a lot. Like, of course, like, you get lecture type things in high school, but they don't really say it. It's more like taking notes, but he's like, our daily lecture and homework every night and just stuff like that, which I'm prepared for. I'm good at math. I'm like fully confident in my math abilities, but I like fun math classes, but I guess we'll see. I mean, it's like too early on to judge him completely. I can, however, judge him on his presentations, because he showed us, he's like, oh, we're just going to treat this like a normal day. I'm going to put up the warm-up. The warm-up was just like, sit and read the syllabus, but like, his whole presentation was in Comic Sans. White background, black, bright blue, in bright red colored font. It hurt to look at. Comic Sans fine, whatever, use Comic Sans, I don't care, but like, bright blue and bright red, it was just funny, I don't know. And then he started like writing on the board in like rainbow color, because he had this weird thing that like projected, and he could use an electronic pen. I don't remember the name, but it was very fancy. So that happened. That was that class. Took a test. I was fairly confident in the test. And then then was lunch. I'm so happy. I have second lunch today. And today is the day I have early release. So I have second lunch, then early release, which is great. But I'm kind of sad because I'm throughout my years at Westview, I've had a lot of lunches that I have no friends in, and I've kind of just had to be alone at lunch, which has always been really sad and a hard time. That made like lunch a really challenging time for me. And so I was very excited that I like finally, yeah, I can just go home, but I actually have people in this lunch for once. Which, like, I'm totally cool with. Like, that's great. And I have people with lunch the next day, and that's awesome. It's great. So, that's that. Leaving the school early was really satisfying. I was like, yeah, goodbye. I'm gone. I don't have early release with people I'm that close to, but, Okay, one other thing happened today. Just, like, during lunch, this video is 9 minutes long. I'm definitely gonna have to edit this. Sorry, Anna, but whatever. At lunch, we were going to the bathroom, Emily and I, and then we were washing our hands, and this girl looks over at us, and she's like, excuse me? And we're just like, yes, and she's like, hey, I follow both of you on Tumblr. I don't remember how she said it, but she was like, I saw you guys walk in, and I was like, oh, I follow them, and she was nice, she was really cute. We didn't know what to say, though. Like, Emily just stared at her, like, and I was like, oh, that's cool, hello, give me your URL, which she just gave, like, stereotypical, and I was like, wow, that's a good URL. She's like, oh, with a dash, and then I couldn't find anyone. I did, like, every single thing with a dash, but I eventually found her, in my followers, so I might follow her back, I don't know. But that was interesting, because that was the second time that's happened to me at school. Like, but except, that was like a good. That was like good. It was just kind of nice. She was like, oh, I'm following us on Tumblr, you have really great blogs. Which was nice. It's a blog, but like, it's still nice to be complimented on my blog. But the other day, last year, another girl, just like, as I was passing, she just like pointed at me and was like, I follow you on Tumblr, and then she like walked away and nothing else. It was like, okay. So yeah, that was my day. Exciting. I might post a video tomorrow too, just because like, second day, it's best to talk about it when it's fresh in my head, you know, because like, I forget things easily. I already found it challenging to talk about government one. Okay, Anna, I will see you tomorrow, and I might talk to you tomorrow too. I'm waving my hands around. Okay, bye-bye.